Time to let it rip live on the panel right now. Detroit City Council President and former Fox 2 anchor Charles Pugh, Council President Pro Tem and former Deputy Police Chief Gary Brown, the man who said weeks ago on this program that Warren Evans would be fired. Political insider Steve Hood, and to help clear up the legal and ethical confusion about what's going on, Attorney Charlie Langton. We thank you all for being here tonight. President Pugh, let's begin with you. Apparently, Warren Evans was doing a good job. Crime is down, so why
rule on the books in Detroit right now?
So, Steve Hood, you knew weeks ago that Warren Evans was on the way out. What did you know that we didn't know?
The week of May 27th, when that show aired, right before it, on the 25th, there was an article by, I think, George Busher in the Detroit News. And in that article, the mayor basically publicly dressed down Warren Evans. He said, I reminded him that he reports to Saul Green. All right, so it was a public demotion. That was the first part. If you read further down into the article, it actually said Mayor Bing saw the teaser reel for the chief, that reality TV show. And he said, quote, hell no, this can't stand, don't make this public, don't let this go public. And then in the article it goes on to say, but the mayor said, but now it's too late. He already knew then what he was going to do. Now, I maintain that the video and the girlfriend were not the reason that that Warren Evans is gone. So we may never know. We may never know what it was. But back on the 25th, the mayor had already seen the video. He didn't just get shown the video the other night on television. He saw it. He actually was quoted on seeing it. Read the article, May 25th.
But how is that different from what we show on Fox every week, Cops?
It's different because you have a chain of command. Right. All right, and you cannot have a subordinate, number one, outshining you. You cannot have a subordinate going rogue, as it were. You just can't have it. And this is what happened here.
We're under consent decree for force issues. You can't send a signal to the country, to the world, that you're going to...
video. Standing in a broken...
No, Charlie, wait a minute. It's not a good video because it showed the worst parts of Detroit.
Oh, you watched it? How many times have you watched it? A lot.
I watched it 6 times to see if those are any areas I knew. And it looked bad. No, it looked bad. And I'm tired of our city. I'm tired of our city looking like that. And it's not for the chief of police to walk down the middle of the street with a gun saying, I'm going to clean this mess up.
The issue is he cannot do that.
No.
The charter of Detroit says that the police chief serves at the pleasure of the mayor. Yeah. The mayor can get rid of him for any reason at all. That's right. It doesn't matter that he makes videos with guns and blood on the street. But the bottom line here is I would have thought that Warren Evans, I went to school, I went to law school with him. We're the same class. And he was a smart guy then, he's a smart guy now.
Was that
But you would have thought, no, it was Detroit College of Law, great school. Okay. But the deal is, he should have had permission from his boss, the mayor, to do this. And we would not be here today if he had the permission.
And it was also clear that the mayor, as Steve has said, asked the chief to tone it down and not be as aggressive as he was. Now, that's a difference in philosophy, and I don't know if Warren could change.
Very quickly, this video was shot months before Ayanna Jones was sadly killed. This was shot months before the murder of police officer Brian Huff. So there was no direct connection between that video and these two cases.
No, and all this happened in May. He saw it in May. All right, something else happened. This video is just, I'm telling you, it's just a shadow excuse. But there is something else going on here.
A lot of people were wondering why Warren Evans would leave an elected position in the first place to go work.
Because, guys, wait a minute, guys. This thing is not an advisory question. All right, number one, if that advisory question happens to get on the ballot, and I hope you guys don't do this, and it passes, it goes straight to statute. There's going to be almost no roadblocks in Lansing, and you're going to get a law passed down here on us. I advise you guys not to do it. Do not put a guy who managed Bing Steel into oblivion. Do not put a guy who has now left our police department in disarray on a national search. Do not let him have control. No, I'm saying do what Bert Johnson said. I'm saying put a study group together and figure out a fix, not only for the management, but for the debt.
Go ahead, Gary. Let's do it. Bert Johnson, but this issue will bring Detroiters out to vote, and that's what this election needs. It will. The question itself will bring more Detroiters out and bring more interest to this election. Fact number one: if we don't status quo, and we're saying that we trust this school board to be able to fix the problems that we have in the city of Detroit in the school system, and we know that they cannot. And so I like Charles's idea with a hybrid system. We must change. And so let's ask the voters.
Well, I disagree with it.
But
these guys should have been.
Shouldn't you allow Detroit voters to make that decision?
Giving you guys the signatures, and then fine, let it happen. But now they're trying to circumvent it. What kind of power does it take to get Wendell Anthony to come out and support this ballot question? What does it take to get a minister who was preaching E is evil the last time there was a quest for a mayoral takeover? What does it take? What kind of money does it take to do that? You guys should be very wary of this.
I think you're trying to say that Wendell Anthony has been bought.
And I didn't say he's been bought. I didn't say he's been bought. I'm saying, what does it take to make a guy who preached that E was evil flip?
Before we go, though, what about the threat that Jennifer Granholm mentioned, and that is the threat that we're going to have a Republican running the state in January, and if you don't take control now, you won't have it in January.
And also Ernie Duncan from the Secretary of Education, Obama's appointee, is saying you will get crumbs until you change this governance system.
Well, something's got to be done.
So it has to be done.
The reality is we need a sensible solution.
It will not be on the ballot in November.
Well,
we don't know.
Yeah, I wrote the resolution. My colleagues are taking a look at it to alter it in any way that they think it needs to be altered, and then I'm going to make a motion to have it voted on Tuesday.
Look,
and hopefully we'll have the votes.
Monday night at New Bethel Baptist Church, there's a rally for the people that do not want to see this on the ballot. Come out there, you guys. Come out and see. Come out and listen to what the people are saying. All right, because there are more people. I had to work. I couldn't come down there. But I'm telling you, the middle class is coming out that night.
But the voice of the people should be heard possibly at the ballot box. We thank you all for your comments and insights. We thank you for watching. As always, you can blog away at myfoxdetroit.com. That's it for this live edition of Let It Rip.